No, it's not. Opening web browser. Then we will condense that son of a bitch. So how do I go to figure this out? Ah, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's go to YouTube Live Dashboard. So live chat off to the left there. I do not know what I'm doing here. If I put that as a link, maybe that'll work. Oh, come on, HBRC guys. Let me know. Because I do not know what I'm doing. Does this work? Is this working? Maybe. Oh, shit. Got some clouds up here. Yeah, no, we're alright. We alright. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna alt over to the other window here. I think this is working. There we go. Well, let's just see what happens here. I don't know. Anyhow, if there's anybody out there watching, I'm sitting on autopilot for once because I was screwing around with Streamlabs, OBS, trying to get it to work. Hopefully it's working. I don't know if it is. I probably should have made a dummy account and tried this out beforehand, but that's what I get, right? For oh, it's Doyle. What's up, Uncle Doyle? There's no nukes, bro. It's a 182, my friend. The last thing it does is nuke anything except your morale when you pull up on a ramp next to something really nice. Can you hear me okay, Doyle? Is this too loud? Can you hear the background or anything? Because I got headphones on, so I don't know what's coming out of what, who, when, where, why, how. What's the map say? We got 23 miles to, what's that, Center City? Yeah, there we go, CCT. And then we'll hang a back course from Center City here on FS Economy over to Mike 3024? I don't know. If you see me move my head, it's because I got a TV on a swivel mount up here onto the left. M34, there we go. Kentucky Dam State Park. I'm going to lock the track IR for a second. This one should be working, yeah. I don't fucking know what I'm doing right. Is it working? Oh, let's drop it in. Google! What's Google doing? Nope, that is not working in Google. Why is that not working? No idea, right? Let's... So where's... Okay. Oh, there's the share. That is not... I'm stupid. See, that's what happens when you try to use software for the first time. You don't know what you're doing. Which you could probably say about me all the time. I think that's the right one. Let's send that over to the Happy Bottom guys. First time using OBS. We're going back to, where is that? Alright. Are we flying through the cloud now? Yeah. We got 10 gallons. Yeah, we're doing okay. Got like 40 miles to go. Should be alright. I'm tired. Hey, Doyle, did you see that Facebook post? You still on here, Doyle? Freaking Elena's car got stolen this morning. Super pissed about that. Super pissed. Came home from work. I was up at the airport at work last night and called Elena because I needed to run by the store in the morning anyways. And I was like, hey, you want to go to the store with me? And she's like, no, I'm asleep. I go to the store and I don't know, I get home at 7:45, 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. And I pull up in the driveway and her car's gone. And I call her and I'm like, hey, where'd you go? And she's like, I didn't go anywhere. I'm asleep. And I'm like, dude, your car is not in our driveway. So what do you mean it's not in the driveway? And I'm like, well, exactly that, right? It's not in the driveway. Came inside and thought maybe Kate, oldest, had maybe come by and took it in the middle of the night. I mean, not that she would, but you never know, right? She didn't, and it's like, yeah, fucking stupid, man. I mean, the crazy part is, like, it's paid off, so we paid it off in December. We just tagged it, put 4 brand new tires on it. Nice ones, too. It was like, I don't know, $1,300 or something like that for the stupid tires. But, like, that's not even the worst part. The worst part is you know, she's a nurse, an emergency room nurse. And all her PP, like her goggles, she had like this $250 stethoscope. All the stuff that she used between at the hospital and then when she does her flying stuff was all in the freaking car. We had a nice Coach purse that we'd bought, and like more upset about all that, like the PPE and things like that, than the car. You know, we have insurance. It is what it is. Some douchebag took our car, so insurance will pay us. We had full coverage, so I don't know, what do we get, like $4,000 or $5,000 or whatever they give us. It's just real big bummer. Stupid people stealing fucking cars. Excuse my French. Not that I ever cuss. I've never cussed in my life. That's the first time, I swear. I swear. I'm going to lock this real quick when I swap over. So I don't know. I think there's a delay on this. Yeah, there's like a 10-second delay. So how's the picture quality? Does everything look okay? Because, I don't know, I just used whatever the recommended settings that I could find on Le Google, for the bit rate and set it to the NVENC encoder for the NVIDIA card. I guess that's better, obviously, than letting the processor do it. Does the mic sound okay? It's not too loud, not too quiet. It's a Blue Yeti that I've had for a couple of years that I've used like 6 times in my life. It's just sitting over here by the yoke. So I don't know. Riding the old autopilot. It's okay. I'm going to make a turn here in a minute. So we will turn to 247. Had my next one set in the OBS for the ADF there. Hey, Carlos. Thanks. I appreciate it, man. I'm doing all right, brother. Like I said a few minutes ago, I was talking to Doyle about my wife's car getting stolen this morning, but otherwise, we're alive and well, and can't really complain. You know, we're in a spot where we're not going to be too bad about it. Just be out of car for a week or so until we figure out which way we want to go with it. Awesome. Thanks, Doyle. I appreciate it. It's kind of hard to... No, that's... Carlos, that's Track IR. Yeah, you wouldn't want to... Like I see people record videos of what the looks like in the headset in VR, and it just doesn't do it justice. Doesn't do it justice at all. The crappy picture that you see that's output to the monitor doesn't look nearly the same when it's in the headset. You know, I've used TrackR for, I don't know, a few years. It's pretty cool. It's well worth it instead of using the mouse or like a point of view hat on your yoke or your stick or whatever. It just takes a little while to train your head. Yeah, the one we just bought the tires for. Yeah. It's cool. It is what it is, right? Not the end of the world. We got 4 miles. Ooh. There's that little wind change that happens here in V5 sometimes. Yeah. Come on, autopilot. Do your job. Do your job, bro. Yeah, we're coming up on Center City, and then we're going to ride this... we'll do outbound 067 from there. Yeah, TrackR. It's hard to go back to using something once you do TrackR. Same thing when it goes to VR, though, but picture quality is much, much better on here than non-VR. So let's switch to heading mode. Okay, so we're going to ride 247 away from Center City, and what did I say here for the OBS? 67, so it'll be reverse 67. And I want to say it's like 30 miles. No, not 72. 68, 67. 1 second here, I'm going to lock it and swap over to Sky Vector. What am I going? How far away is that? 54 miles. So leaving Central City VOR to Culvert City, which is M34, Kentucky Dam State Park for FSE. This will be alright. Bam. Yeah, 11 gallons will be okay. More than enough fuel in here. So now if we hit reverse, and that should pick up. Boom. It's a decent skill to have. I don't know if you're on FS Economy or not, but I actually picked up this 182 on FS Economy. I don't remember if it was an auction or someone was just selling it dirt cheap because it didn't have a GPS. And so instead of spending the virtual cash on FS Economy to drop it with the GPS, I figured we'll just leave it with the old school radios and fly it around. If I remember right, I bought it and was down in like Miami or something like that, and I flew it down to St. Martin, kind of all around the Bahamas, but flying, VOR to VOR and some pilotage and whatnot. So we're flying this on FS Economy. It's got about an hour left before the in-game 100 hour. How many hours have I flown this since the reinstall? So Hobbs say 47 hours? It's not bad. But I think at the end of this job, probably have to do the 100 hour. We'll see. We got a few miles to go, though. A few miles to go. Lock that real quick. Do a little outside shot. I look over. Where it is. There's Google. There it is. Yeah, 54 miles. We have an FBO there in Culver City at Mike 34. So I can drop my jobs off there and do a 100 hour. All in one fell swoop. Which would be cool. Hey, Stainless. So I am running a 2070 Super. Oh, here comes some clouds. Yeah, choice was obviously between 2070 Super and a 5700 XT, but as close as they are in a lot of other games, it always seems like AMD gets kind of shat on when it comes to the flight simulators of all the different ones, whether that's X-Plane or Prepared or whatever. Oh, hey! See, there you go, Carlos. Gotta love the Happy Bottom Rider Club. We're a rowdy group, rowdy bunch of old men. Always double check the stupid map. You never know if you're going the wrong way, right? Never know. But yeah, even though the 2070 Super is $100 more, it's like 510. Yeah. Oh, hey, what's up, Chuck? Yeah. You smoking anything tonight, Chuck? I think after this flight, I'll probably go hang out in the garage and puff a little bit. I was going to do it earlier, but we had a bunch of storms move through, and I had just got done mowing the lawn. I was like, no. I know. I got to go by the store tomorrow, actually, because my humidor is out almost. I got like 7 or 8. The La Rona, the lockdown. I just haven't been ordering anything online or going to the store. But the store's open. I need to swing by there tomorrow and get some more. Stainless, you should be okay with an 8700K and a 1080 Ti. I mean, what's that? 11 gigabytes of VRAM. As long as you're realistic about your expectations. I think that's the big thing that everyone may have got wrong with the switchovers. We all kind of got spoiled. Oh, Fuente. Yeah, nice, dude. I love the Fuente Rosado. I could smoke that like all day, every day. But anyways, yeah, going back to the 8700 and the 1080 Ti, I think a lot of people, because of the switch to DX12, where it doesn't handhold you when it comes to the VRAM usage, we all kind of got used to just jamming the sliders all the way to the right, and then flying with it and be like, oh, I'm only getting 30 frames per second, not realizing that we're jamming up all the VRAM and it's going over to virtual memory, and now you're having little stutters and everything else. Whereas on here, it doesn't handhold you at all. If you go over your VRAM limit, it's going to crash on you. It tells you right away. Um, but as long as you play with your settings a little bit, you may be able to run more than what you ran in 4. You may be able to, might have to run less. I don't know. I think it's going to depend upon the add-ons and things that you run. I think going back to everyone being kind of lazy with it. I think that all the scenery developers got into this deal where you're downloading 10, 12 or whatever gig sceneries of an airport, not realizing, or maybe they did realize it, that it was just jumping over to virtual memory during those times. And now do we need 8K textures on cars in the parking lot at the airfield that you're going to fly into? Probably not. So maybe they have to be a little bit more conscious of the memory usage going forward when they do stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure we all like to see razor sharp this and that, but maybe they need to kind of cut back the detail in areas that aren't nearly as visible to maybe save on some of that. But I think for the most part, if you're, like I said, if you're realistic with your settings, go in and understand that you may have to tweak it a little bit, whether that's up or down. You should be okay. 1080 Ti is pretty damn strong. 8700K is still pretty damn strong too. So, unless you're running like 7 4K monitors or something crazy, then you'll probably have issues, just like everyone has always had issues running some crazy setups like that. Yeah, I think when I get done here, I'm going to go puff on a Drew Estate, another Undercrown Maduro, one of the Toros. That's one of those smokes I could smoke all the time. I think tomorrow, though, when I go, I think they're still running a Placentia deal up at my local shop, where if you buy any three single sticks, you get another Placentia ashtray, which is the one they use for their little cigar bar that's closed at the moment. But probably get some of those, a couple of Alma Fuertes. I don't know what else I may get. I may get another one of those, couple one of those Alec Bradley Gatekeepers. Those are pretty damn tasty too. I'm sure I'll pick up some more Rosados because can never run out of those. Might order a box of more Undercrown. It's got a cruise coming up in September. So I need to make sure I'm more than well stocked up when it comes to that. I smoke through everything. I've had a lot more days off. I normally work 5-6 days a week and down to 3 to 4 days. So it is what it is. Got more time off, more time to smoke. And it's getting nicer out, so you can sit out in the backyard and have to do all that. Don't have to worry about sitting in the garage or going somewhere else. Don't want to smoke in the house. As cool as it would be, a lady would chop my nuts off if she caught me smoking in the house. And rightly so, right? Oh, we got about 25, 30 miles to go. What is the ATIS in Culver? I don't know if Culver City's got an ATIS. Let's take a look. Let's see, Memphis ARTC, flight service station. It's got a CTAF, a Unicom. 120.625. Let's see if that works. Maybe it'll take 6.2. Oh, it picked it up. A few clouds at 3. Temperature 14. Alright, that's enough of that. Don't need to get off there. There we go. Yeah. Actually, Stainless, I'm running this at 1080. I have a 27-inch 1080p monitor, and I just never really upgraded to. I think I may go with like a 32-inch, but a 1440p. Truth be told, I really spend most of my time in the VR headset, not in the 2D. Which is why I haven't really made a whole lot of videos in the past 6 or 7 months, because I've been busy dicking around in DCS and everything else with the headset on. Yeah, luckily the one I go to, the bar part's closed, but as far as walking in for like walk-in business to like purchase sticks and whatnot, they're still open, which is good. They limited hours, of course, but I don't know. They may open. I think, I live in Oklahoma now, so I think they're talking about like reopening the state on like first week of May or something. Who knows how that'll go? Either we'll all die again or we'll be in the clear. Don't really know until it happens, but I imagine they'll probably open back up, because I'm sure, as much as the cigars are a big part of their business, I'm sure the booze is a massive part of that business too. I know we spend way too much money up there, so. But it's all in good fun, right? You hang out, have a couple of cocktails, and smoke a couple of sticks, and some good conversation with some random people or some regulars or your friends. Yeah, I think people are chiming in that they're getting pretty good, much better performance even at the higher resolutions. I know if I took this off, I have this locked at 62, and then I have VSync on in the NVIDIA control panel. I know everyone's like, oh, why don't you run 30 frames or whatever the case is. But with Track IR, I find that head tracking at 30 frames per second is not nearly as smooth as it is at 60. So I just keep it locked at 60 and then turn VSync on the control panel. I know there's plenty of people on AvSim and whatnot that are running, 1440p and 4K and talking, double-digit increase to their frame rate. And it's not so much the frame rate even, because, you could pump out pretty high frames in 4. There's just a smoothness to it that wasn't there present before. And it's kind of hard to describe. I mean, it comes across a little bit in the video, but, there's just a smoothness to the controls and everything. It just feels better. I know that's kind of a subjective way to look at it. And obviously there's people out there having problems. There's tons of people having problems. And there's always going to be people having problems. What airport's that? Let's bring up the A2A map and see. 2 Mike 0, whatever that is, I don't know. Hey, there's M34. That is where we're going. Let's take a look. I'll go back to Sky Vector here for a second. 4,000-foot runway, 100 feet wide. Left traffic pattern for 1028. There is no fuel according to Sky Vector, but there is an FSE, thank God. Let's see, obstacles. 21-foot trees, 282 feet from runway, 129 foot right of center. That shouldn't be an issue. Non-precision instrument, good condition. Medium intensity lights, asphalt, blah 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 blah. There, deer and large flocks of geese on and around the airport. Oh, that's cool. Let's not hit a deer today. That'd be a bad day for everybody. What, like an actual track hour, like the kit from Natural Point, or are you talking like just the Track Clip Pro or the Hat Clip or the receiver? Oh, I should probably start descending now. We'll start a slow descent here. What is elevation? Elevation is 350 feet MSL. It's Natural Point not selling it on their website anymore? Or Amazon? I think when I bought mine, I bought it from... I don't know if I bought it directly from them or not. It's been a while. I use the... it's the 5 with the Track Clip Pro. I find the Pro, the little LED, is a little bit cleaner for me at tracking than the Clip ever was. The Hat Clip, but I think everyone's mileage varies a little bit on that. Let's kick that little bad boy off. Maybe there's a run on it with the Rona going on. Wouldn't be the only thing computer related that people are buying up in droves. What do we got? A little 182 action. Bam. According to the map, should be, what, 1, 2, 3 little humps of that river there. And it'll be on the 3rd, so what's that? 1, 2, 3. Then, I don't know if you guys can see my mouse. I don't know if I have that turned on or not. So it's my first time using the stupid Streamlabs thing. But, yeah. In fact, I think I see it out there. Better descend, huh? There we go. Yeah, right. Toilet paper, video cards. Appreciate it, David. Thanks, guys. Yeah, like I said, this is my first time actually using, trying to stream something, so I didn't know what all I actually selected. I thought I selected everything, but you never know. It's completely unfamiliar with the software. Yeah, there's the airport. You can kind of, I don't know if you can see it on the stream, but see a couple buildings up there and what looks like a little flattened area of the airport. Yeah, there's a weird run on things like coolers too. I was looking at picking up one of those what is it? The Arctic liquid freezer 2 things that Gamers Nexus and all those guys reviewed. I even ordered, like, Newegg had the 361 available, and I bought the stupid thing, and like an hour after I bought it, they said, oh, it's not in stock, and they had to refund my money. That was a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, a week ago, something like that. And it hasn't come back in stock yet. And then I was looking at some of the other ones because I like to switch to a little bit more quiet of a setup. You know, I got Noctua fans on everything, but still going from the air cooling to the liquid cooling would be nice. A couple decibel drop. Oh, drop in the nose. What do we got? It's kind of a weird road going through everything right there. I don't know if that's... Maybe that's one of the little vector bugs. Something tells me that road's probably not like that. Could be wrong, though. Yeah, there she is. Miss Airport. Where are you at? That clicking is the little honeycomb using the electric trim switch. Well, maybe that road back there is supposed to be like that. There we go. We'll drop down. Keep it going, keep it going. Oh, GTN is such a lifesaver. Alright, let's go mixtures rich. Put the prop back in. Landing lights are on. Level off here at about 1,000. Is that like a refinery out there? Maybe. Lots of little towers. Throw a little bit of flap in there. Nice. Where are you flying to? I mean, what are you flying on the tour, I guess? Whoa. Speaking of tours, I need to do some more of my Bonanza 50 state tour. It's been a hot minute. Oh, you don't hear the game? Is that better? Nice. Oh, big power lines, huh? Hey, at least they're not X-Plane power lines. Yeah, I have the little A2A little deals there plugged into it. The headphones. There we go. 182. Remember to protect the nose, right? A little float. And boom. On the ground we go. Hey, but we missed the turnoff. This is Mike 34. Mike 34, Kentucky, something damn, Kentucky. Clean it out a little bit. Let's get off here and we'll clean my friend the Cessna up. Yeah, and there's those beta atmospherics. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you can see the little clouds kind of, I don't know if it's clipping through or I don't know what it is. And it maybe have to do with something, the way the trees are done as far as the polygons and the texture. Oh, it's my brother back home. San Diego, what's he want? Probably talking crap about something. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of an issue, huh? Building's floating. There's like an autogen building in the middle of the Orbex building. It's alright, little issues. They'll get fixed, no big deal. Yeah, no, this, like I said, this is Joe Mike 34, something damn in Kentucky. Yeah, give me a second. Let me shut this thing down and I'll swap and let's make those are open. Let's raise the flaps. Yep, take it easy, Chuck. Appreciate you stopping in and chatting. Maybe if it ever pops it, there they go. Take those off. Cut it out. Beacon. Actually, mine aren't maxed right now. Mine aren't. I've been playing with it, so little by little. There we go. Yay! FSC flight's done. So I don't know if this is going to show up on the screen or not, but let's take a look. So if we go to graphics, let's see what I'm running right now. So appreciate it, David. Let me know if you guys can see the screen, because there's like a, I don't know, 5 or 10, 15 second delay or something like that between what pops up on my replay here. Oh yeah, okay. It's there. So yeah, like I said, I keep it at 62 to make sure that it's over the 60, and then I got VSync turned on. I do run 4-time SSAA, whatever. I don't really notice a huge difference in VRAM usage between Ultra and High, but for some reason, Ultra likes to crash when I load into it, whereas if I put High, like it's the 50-50, like half the time it'll crash, half the time it won't. High, it won't crash at all, so I don't really know what the deal is with that. This is what I'm just currently running, and I'm, it's just tweaking. I'm sure, like I was saying earlier, I can pull it off unlimited. In fact, I was messing around the other day. In fact, yesterday I was looking at VRAM usage using the difference between the beta atmospherics and the regular weather, and I had the little infogen turned up, and it was 90, 100 frames consistently. In fact, here if we turn it on, you'll see. We'll go back into it. I don't know what it's going to be like now, but oh yeah, since it's locked, hold on. Let's unlock the frame, and then I'll unlock VSync. I'll take it off. So go unlimited on that. Oh, that jumped up a little bit, huh? It's kind of all over the place. I don't know. Give me a second. Let's see if VSync does anything. Oh, there we go. That's the only thing I have on here in VSync. See, it bumps all over the place. I was doing it at the Randolph. See, the crazy thing is it's like 3.5 of 6.6 gigs. But anyways, back to, what do we have? Graphics. So we did, what was I? I was at 62. And then, yeah, I mean, everything's high or very dense or whatever. It's just a matter of, I think, one by one, just going through and kind of kicking the sliders over. I just copied over what I was running in 4.5 to be 100% honest, and it seemed to work pretty good. So obviously there's room for improvement here. I will say I think that autogen building and autogen vegetation have very dense, seem like they're higher than the dense setting was in 4, and that just could be my eyes. But the other day I was flying into to Memphis, and on very dense, it seemed to have 85 to 90% of the buildings drawn, which is kind of an unusual, when it comes to some of the Orbeck stuff. It's usually 50 or something like that, but it was pretty damn dense. And then lighting, what do we got? HDR, dynamic lighting. I don't have dynamic reflections on. I don't think. I'm sure it probably could, DJ. I think the install sizes, just the game itself is 60 something gigabytes. Once it's installed, I think it's like I'm not sure what it unpacks to be honest. Especially if you're going to be adding stuff into the directory, or instead of using the add-on XML stuff. Big thing here, obviously, I really don't care about the shadows. I don't need some crazy shadows on stuff. I know some of the tree shadows look kind of weird sometimes. But I think the biggest, this autogen and scenery draw distance, the further you put that out, obviously. I did notice that, obviously, the further you put out the cloud draw distance, the more VRAM if you're using the regular ones. I also noticed that there wasn't any difference in VRAM usage if you had it on high to ultra. That's the same exact VRAM usage. So we got 4.1. And then if we go to World, Ultra, same VRAM use. Which is kind of weird to me. You'd think that the higher, whatever way they're doing it, would use more. But it doesn't. So I may make a video kind of going through the different the cloud settings, because it was pretty interesting. For me, it seems like the True Sky clouds perform better than the old version clouds, but the old version clouds use up less VRAM, so maybe it's a bit of a trade-off. So yeah, that's what I'm running now. Yeah, no, DJ, you don't have to uninstall 4.5. It's a separate install because it's a full version. It's not installing on top of the other one. Don't care about that. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna go get something to eat and get something to drink. And I appreciate everyone stopping in and chatting with me on my very first time trying to stream. So I appreciate it, guys. This is Nick taking off and signing out. Thanks, guys.